what's going on, guys? It is FoxyDude98 here, and welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on my channel. Today we're here with another last first challenge around Austria this time, of course with the Austrian Grand Prix taking place this weekend. We've just had FB2, which was Lewis Hamilton fastest ahead of Sebastian Vettel and Valtteri Bottas. And today, I'm back with another last first challenge. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here as well. If you haven't checked out my video from earlier on today, I showed you guys the brand new Renault R26 classic car that's coming to F1 2017. And I have got another video coming out later today, because this was meant to be a double upload, and now with that, it's now turned into a triple upload. So hopefully you like that. But without further ado, we're going to get on with it here, and in today's last to first challenge, we're going to be doing it with Max Verstappen. Now, of course, Verstappen hasn't had much luck in his F1 season, 4 DNFs in the last 6 races, but this is the Red Bull Ring. This is home of Red Bull, so I thought it'd be only fitting to do it in a Red Bull car, and I feel like Max Verstappen's been stronger than Ricciardo, so we're going to get into it here. We've got 5 red lights here for this Austrian Grand Prix, and it's lights out. Here we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's been a good start for my teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who did start on pole position actually, so great stuff there from Ricciardo, as we're going to make our way past the 2 Saubers and the Prima cars. Of course, you guys may or may not know the Primas are not in Formula 1. I just didn't want to have Manor because it's a bit weird, so I just put them as Prima because it's a really nice livery. But we managed to get a very good start there, getting past both the Primas, the 2 Saubers, and also the McLaren and the Renaults and loads of other cars here. We're going to dive it up down the inside here of, I believe this is Stoffel Van Dorn in the McLaren, and we're also going to do it up the inside of Carlos Sainz as well. So a very nice set of overtakes there. Next up now on our hit list is Romain Grosjean in the Haas car there. So we definitely want to get past him as quick as we can. We want to get to as close to the front of the field as possible, making a diving move down the inside of Romain Grosjean in the Haas car, and we make that move stick. And now we're on to the back of Danny Kvyat here in the Toro Rosso, so we want to be getting past him. As you can see, my teammate Ricciardo leads this Grand Prix from the 2 Mercedes, from the other 2 Ferraris as well. And you can already see them pulling away off into the distance. So now I need to start thinking about trying to size up Kvyat. Unfortunately, this middle sector, not a good place to try and make an overtake here, but around this difficult complex of corners now, towards turn 8 here, we're going to make the braking move down the inside here of Danny Kvyat. Very lovely move there, and we make that one stick. And now we've got Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Felipe Massa, and Esteban Ocon up in front of us. So Ocon, Stroll, Massa and Perez, the Pink Panthers and the Williams cars, are going to be battling hammer and tongs here, and we want to get past them as quick as we can now. So we're going to make a move down the inside of Sergio Perez here into turn 1, and we make that one stick. But Ocon and Massa have actually made a little bit of a mess of turn 1 here, and that's going to give us a good run. We've got yellow flags in sector 1. And now it's going to go 3 wide here in towards turn 2. And now I'm going to make it 4 wide into turn 2. Surely we can't get 4 into here. It's not going to work. We've had to cut the corner a little bit there in order to make it through. Our hand goes up, and there's been contact there between Massa and Ocon in the background there. So 4 wide definitely didn't work there. And maybe I should have backed out of it and let them fight it into 2. But at the end of the day, I've got some battling to do. Further up the grid then, there has been a titanic battle between these top set of drivers here, Raikkonen and Vettel, screwing each other over massively there into turn 1. And that's going to allow Hamilton now to come on through. And as you can see there's me in the background trying to catch this pack, but these top 5 had a titanic battle whilst I was trying to close them down. So we're going to look at it here as Raikkonen dives it down the inside of Vettel, kind of leaves him out to dry there a little bit against Lewis Hamilton, but Hamilton just didn't get the best exit out of turn 2. Raikkonen's going to go for it. We look at Ricciardo's POV as he's closing in on Bottas. Bottas overtaking Ricciardo somewhere in the Grand Prix as Raikkonen gets moved stuck on Sebastian Vettel and is up into P3. Ricciardo there just behind Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes car. And further on into the Grand Prix now, this is just on the end of the lap here. Ricciardo is now going to come back at Bottas here. He's got great run here on Bottas. Going to go for it to turn 1. He's not going to go for it, no. He decides to think better of it as we look a little bit further back, and you can see myself there really trying to give it everything to close up here. But Ricciardo now onto the back of Valtteri Bottas once again. The Red Bull seems to be performing really well for Ricciardo here, and he's all over the back of Valtteri here, and in towards turn 2 we go now. Ricciardo's going to make a move down the inside of Valtteri. Valtteri's going to fight this one here. The Finnish driver's got something to prove here against the Australian, but Daniel Ricciardo is in DRS. Can he outdrag the Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas? He can actually, and Ricciardo is going to move up into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff there from my teammate as Bottas still fighting it there around the outside, but it's not enough there. Bottas has to sit back, relax and wait for another chance as he tries to have a look there. Really aggressive here is Valtteri, giving it absolutely everything. Further on into the lap there, new lap now. Bottas is actually lap 5 of the Grand Prix, as you can see from the lap boards there, so that's nice to know actually. I don't know what lap it is, but you guys now know because it's lap 5 because of the lap boards. Brilliant stuff as Bottas tries it into turn 1 there. And it didn't work for him. And look at that. The top 5 just all literally nip and tuck, fighting away. And you can see I'm just trying to close that gap down. Bottas is going to go for it down the inside of Ricciardo. Make a late braking move. Can he make this one stick? He does. Bottas sends it up the inside of Ricciardo. And he makes that one stick. Hamilton tries to send it up the inside of Vettel as well. And look at that in the background. There's me. I've caught right up to this pack now. So it's a top 6 fight here. And we've got Vettel and Raikkonen kind of give it everything. We've got one of the Ferraris locking up there. Hamilton there in the background as well. And there's me. Look, I've caught up to all of this now. Onto lap 6 of the Grand Prix now. This is on board with myself here. So we're now half a tenth off of the back of this pack now here. In towards turn 1. Hamilton goes right on the inside of Vettel. Contact between the two title rivals. And oh my god, we got brake tested there really heavily by Hamilton as they really messed up turn 1. Super late on the brakes there. Fantastic reactions there from myself as I had to do something there. And looking now towards this POV here, we can see we're going to go for it here down the inside of Hamilton and also Sebastian Vettel doing what Max Verstappen does and just chucking his car into the inside of the corner. We're going to leave Vettel out to drive there and let Hamilton fight him up into P4 now in this Austrian Grand Prix. Ricciardo there has been passed by Raikkonen as well as Ricciardo literally dancing all over the rear diffuser of Kimi Raikkonen there, and he has to stick back a little bit longer. Dropping down the order though is Daniel, starting to struggle maybe on his ultra soft tyres, whereas I obviously am on the alternate strategy of the super soft tyres. Looking at the helicopter cam here, you can see that this is a very crucial stage in the race, and I'm glad that I've caught up to this pack. They're all on ultra soft tyres and will pit the super softs. I'm doing the alternate strategy in which I need to basically get in front of everybody and neutralise the amount of time that these guys are going to gain on their tyres. Look at that, Daniel Ricciardo actually meant for a move there. And down the inside of Kimi Raikkonen into turn 9, he actually might make this move stick here. And he does so. Really great stuff there from Ricciardo, making a very audacious move here. We're going to chuck the car into Rich Mix, Raikkonen, slipstreaming Ricciardo here now towards turn 1. We're going to make a nice late braking move here in towards turn 1. We know they're going to screw each other over, and they do exactly that here. The AIs always do it, but this time we've been more prepared for it. We're going to out-drag Ricciardo here. Really close out there, but Raikkonen completely cuts us off, and we're now literally kissing his rear end, because that's a mad statement to say. But we're going to put it down the inside of Kimi Raikkonen here in towards turn 2. Lovely overtake there. And that is us up into P2 in the Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas starting to pull away a little bit now in that Mercedes car. So starting to gain some dominance in this Grand Prix. On to lap 8 of the Grand Prix now. And things have started to calm down here with myself now leading the way as the ultra soft runners make their pit stops. Bottas just came in for another stop here. And now this is the opportunity for me to start putting the car into lean fuel mixture and looking after the car, as I'm going to be wanting to use rich revs a lot to attack later on in the race when I'm on the quicker tyres compared to my other rivals. But moving on now out to the pit lane here, speeding things upwards, Bottas has actually come out in a lot of traffic here behind Palmer and behind Hülkenberg. Hamilton's right behind him as well now, so Bottas has lost a lot of time here, and Lewis Hamilton in fact has leapfrogged both the Ferraris and my teammate Ricciardo, and Hamilton is now in a net P3, P2, depending on where I come out in all this. We've got the two Prima cars holding up Sebastian Vettel, so Vettel's in a really bad position in this Grand Prix. As you can see now, the 4 drivers, in fact the 5 drivers now here, we've got, here we go, Palmer, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Hamilton, Ricciardo, all flying through there. Of course it'd be Jolyon Palmer holding everybody up, and as you can see here, Lewis Hamilton looking a little bit feisty here on lap 9 of the Grand Prix now. Going to go down the inside here of Valtteri Bottas, and he does so in fine style, and actually makes it a double overtake there and gets past Hülkenberg in the process. So a great double overtake there from Hamilton. Bottas now fancies a run on Nico Hülkenberg, and he is going to do just that here, and Hülkenberg going to be left for dead here in towards turn 2 as everybody looking to get past him. Hamilton makes it through, Bottas makes it through, Vettel now wants to make it through, sorry, Kimi Raikkonen wants to get through now, but it's not enough there. Kimi has to sit back and wait a little bit longer. As you can see, the two Prima cars back there of Jordan King and I believe someone else there having a little bit of a battle there, as we see Lewis Hamilton now going down the inside of Palmer into turn 8, and he has now been released. They were the only 2 cars causing traffic for my rivals, so now Hamilton is going to be released onto lap 10 of the Grand Prix now, and Bottas has been released. Down the inside he goes on Jolyon Palmer, and he makes that one stick there, and he's actually left Palmer out to dry a little bit from Sebastian Vettel. I keep saying Vettel, it's not, it's Kimi Raikkonen here. So Raikkonen now looking for it as Vettel actually gets past both the Prima cars and can focus on the Renaults here, as Vettel looks to try and gain in this race, as Raikkonen now goes down the inside of Jolyon Palmer. So it's all going wrong, unfortunately, for Jolyon Palmer, as it does in real life, with, of course, his car breaking down in FP2. And you can see now Ricciardo here looking for a way past Jolyon as well, going to out-drag the Renault car. He's also got the slipstream as well with that DRS on the inside of Kimi, and he's actually going to go for it here, down the inside of Raikkonen here. Can Ricciardo make this one stick? A little bit of contact there between Ricciardo and Raikkonen. Raikkonen's going to be furious on the radio with that, as the Mercedes drivers start to pull away now. And as you can see, Raikkonen's going to hold it. Ricciardo going to go around the outside. No, he's not. Raikkonen will hold that one off. just for the time being, but some fantastic battles here in this Austrian Grand Prix. On to lap 11, we're going to go back to me because I am still in this race. I'm just, you know, kind of in the dead zone, really. We're in lean fuel mixture. Like I said before, we want to be using our rich revs to attack on the ultra soft tyres. That's the point. So now, we've got to the stage in the race where I've done all the conservative driving. Now it's time for me to really press onwards and show them what I've got here. Into the pits now we come for what is our scheduled pit stop here from the super soft tyres onto a set of the ultra soft tyres, and then we can easily take these to the end of the race. Going to be doing 6 or 7 laps on the tyres, which is perfect because everybody else did about 7 to 8 laps on theirs, so we're all good on that end now. Coming towards the exit of the pits now, and trying to look for where these Mercedes cars, there they are. It's actually Bottas in front of Hamilton here. So it's in towards turn 1. Bottas covers that inside line very harshly there on Lewis Hamilton. And we've actually done the overcut here. So the traffic that they've had and Bottas and Hamilton battling in the background has paid dividends in our favour as we go off the track a little bit slightly there. And we've got yellow flags in the background. Both Mercs have crashed. Both Mercs have crashed in the background here. So Verstappen, myself, in the lead. And look, they're behind them. So they're still running for some reason. What the hell's happened there between the Mercedes cars? They've completely bottled it here. So Bottas here, we're looking at the board of Lewis Hamilton. And Hamilton's completely wiped Bottas out there. That is all Hamilton's fault. Bottas has got no front wing at all. Raikkonen goes into the back of Bottas here, loses his front wing as well. Hamilton's got damage to his wing as well. And that is complete chaos there between all the title rivals. And Raikkonen's going to go flying through here on Hamilton now. And that's going to cause everybody to make another pit stop. Ricciardo now moves in front of Valtteri Bottas here in this Austrian Grand Prix. What complete chaos here in this race. Ricciardo now makes that one stick on Valtteri Bottas. Now, as you can see here, he's going to have a look on Lewis Hamilton, and further up on in the lap, he makes that one stick, and Raikkonen pits as well for a new front wing. So that's going to promote Ricciardo into second, and myself into first, and all the way on to lap 18 of the Grand Prix. With that complete carnage and chaos in the background there, I was able to pull away on the ultra soft tyres. And yeah, on the Red Bull ring, we've had complete chaos, but round the final corner we come now, and that is going to be the challenge completed. Max Verstappen last in the grid in Australia, and Austria, and the win here in Austria in Red Bull's home Grand Prix. Challenge completed, challenge done and dusted. Christian Horner is going to be absolutely ecstatic with that one, thanks to us obviously getting a 1-2 here today. Red Bull 1-2, and there it is, guys. Myself there taking the win here for the Red Bull team, and a very, very good effort there. Sebastian Vettel picks up the final podium places, but what drama and what chaos between the Mercedes drivers taking each other out. Although I wouldn't say they took each other out, I'd say Lewis Hamilton took both of them out. You know, he was on the outside line and, you know, completely swiped into Bottas there. Really poor management there from the team, but there you can see on the podium, it's a Red Bull 1-2, a perfect race result there, and Max Verstappen finally gets the win that he so thoroughly deserves in the F1 season, and he can fly the champagne high for the Red Bull team here today. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for the last of first challenge for you guys today here on my channel. If you did enjoy, don't forget to drop a like on the video. That'd be absolutely awesome. It means a lot to me and also for the growth of my channel. If you're new around here as well, don't forget to click the subscribe button. That also helps out a hell of a lot for me. And there is the full race classification with Jordan King scoring points for Prima. Great stuff there. And I'll see you guys for my next video, which will be later on today, which was meant to be a double upload, but of course with the release of the classic car, is going to be an insane classic mod. Basically, it's just chaotic. And I'll see you guys then. Take care all. Peace.